What do Beyoncé, Madonna, and Celine Dion have to do with this guy? He's their ancestor. A tweet by Virgo's Grooviest has gone super viral because she figured out that Madonna was descended of Jean Guyon Dion, and so was Beyoncé, making Beyoncé and Madonna ninth cousins once removed or something. To which somebody else replied, wait a second, that guy's related to everybody. And you can see on his IMDb page how many relatives he has, including Celine Dion, Hillary Clinton, Jack Kerouac, Alex Trebek, and many, many more. But what's going on? Colonialism and fertility. So Jean Guyon was a master mason, and people wanted masons, basically architects, to join New France, or what is now Quebec. And so he was one of the very earliest settlers. He was also fecund, and he had 10 children, of which 8 made it to adulthood. And so eventually Jean Guyon had 90 grandchildren, which in the 1660s, that many living grandchildren was pretty amazing. Some estimate that 3/4 of Quebecois are somehow related to him. Listen to these numbers. By 1730, he had more than 2,100 direct descendants. And then by 1900, he had 9,600 direct descendants. So really what's happening here is both Beyoncé and Madonna have French-Canadian roots. And it reminds us of things like the fact that Detroit has very strong connections to Quebec because it was often settled by French traders. And her mother was ethnically French-Canadian, but her lost Canadian-born relative was Rose Alice Colombe. Beyoncé's story similarly tells us about the French origins of the U.S. So Beyoncé was raised in Houston, where there's a lot of Creole people who have roots in French Louisiana. Now, Beyoncé's mother and her ancestor, Rosalie Jean Louis, was born in 1800 in Louisiana as an enslaved person, and she married a well-off merchant, Joseph Lacey, who also owned slaves. This line I'm showing you is not how she's related to Madonna, actually. Tina, Beyoncé's father, who was also Creole, was the great-grandson of Solange Gamache, who was born in French Canada and then died in New York City, whose descendants went to Louisiana and married into French, Canadian, and Creole communities. So all in all, if you have roots in French Canada, then you're probably related to Beyoncé, Madonna, Celine Dion, and this guy.